Hi, how are you? This is Derek Bagato from ExpertTravelTipsForWomen.com, and today we have a special for you. I'm with a world traveler, an author, an interior designer. Is it designer? Right? A woman of extreme talents. I'm sitting here in the park, in one of the main plazas in Mazatlan, Mexico, and I have the privilege of doing an interview with Ethel Stockton. Ethel has written 5 books. She started at the age, I think, I don't know, I'm going to let her tell you all of this herself. Hi, Ethel, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And firstly, I'd like to say thank you very much for taking the time to agree to this interview. We just had a lunch and we're sitting here. We've been discussing now for maybe an hour or so. Unfortunately, we couldn't get all of that on camera. But how long have you been in Mazatlan?
8 years in June.
And you're 93 now.
Yes, 93, 94 in November.
And how come Mazatlan?
Well, I had a dream that I should come to Mexico. I wasn't sure it was going to be Mazatlan, but I was supposed to come south.
And so what happened? One day you just picked up and left?
One day I just decided I was going to come to Mexico. I wasn't sure where I was going to stop, but I knew I was going here. And of course my family all went ape. You can't go there. There are banditos. You're too old to go anywhere by yourself. You've just got to stay here and be and all I was doing there was just sitting and watching TV and letting the world go by, which I don't like to do. I want to be in the midst of things.
So you picked up?
I picked up what I could put in a couple of suitcases, brought my computer, my CDs, and came to Mexico and landed in Mazatlan, and I've been here ever since.
My God. At 88?
At 86.
86?
86.
My God. Wow. And no regrets, of course.
Oh, no. I had no idea that I was going to write novels when I got to Mexico. I thought I might, just go piddling around doing normal stuff. And I met all these women in Mazatlan that became my friends, and they were doing all kinds of interesting things, and I knew I had to put them in a book somehow, so I did.
And you've written 5 novels.
I've written 4 novels and a diet book, and now I'm working on the 5th novel.
And can you tell us a little bit about the novels? I mean, is it...
The novels are about an elderly lady who lives in Mazatlan, Mexico, and she has a boyfriend who's 10 years younger than she is, which makes her friends envious. And she really is independent. She wants to live by herself. She and her boyfriend spend time together, but she wants to live by herself because she doesn't want anybody telling her what to do.
So she wants to be independent.
Absolutely.
Okay. And is it sort of like a sequel? Is what happens?
Each
is it like
one,
is it
yes,
journey?
Yes. As the first one, she's 77. On the 5th book, she's 87.
God.
So time has gone by. She's had births, deaths, everything in between, and she tells each person who is having a problem how she would handle it, and of course she does it with inspiration, and at least that's what I'm told.
I think for me anyway, I mean, I'm a bit of a health nut, but is there some secret to reaching? I mean, you're in marvelous health. We've walked around. You don't look like you're 93 years old. How? What is it? Is there something that you take every day, raw eggs or something like that?
It's something I don't take every day. I don't take pills. I don't follow doctor's directions. I don't go to doctors unless I have something so painful I can't stand it. And I don't take the pills when they tell me I should. And I really think that's why I've lived so long, is because I've just avoided all the medical things that's possible.
You don't smoke or anything like that?
I do.
You do smoke?
I smoke. I drink vodka martinis for lunch and have a hell of a good time.
Well, you had 1 vodka martini, let's be honest about it, right?
I drink 1 a day. If I'm lucky, if I go to lunch, then I can have 1. If I don't go to lunch, then I don't have 1.
And smoking, I mean,
I smoke all day long. While I'm working, writing, it's just a part of me.
And you've done that all your life?
Ever since I was 15.
My God.
Well,
No, hey.
I have a wonderful body that, I 20 years I've been trying to write a book called Listen to Your Body. I haven't quite been able to get it down on paper yet, but I will one of these days.
And what about diet? Do you have any restrictions in your diet?
Oh, none, unless it's something I don't like.
So you don't cut out meat or
No, I eat anything that comes along that's still, that's dead.
and that's always been the way.
It's always been my way. Of course, I'm one of those people who loves gravy, and if you can put it on anything, even cardboard, my niece used to say, I would eat it. So, it's just the things you've been raised with. I was raised with biscuits and gravy for breakfast, and, just always having those wonderful things to keep me going.
And how about exercise?
Oh, no, that word is not in my vocabulary. I don't walk because my balance isn't very good. I don't go to the swim pools to do the aerobics. I could figure if I did 2 or 3 movements in aerobics, they'd probably find me on the bottom of the pool.
Okay. Well, then what do you do for the mind? Because your mind is as sharp as
I
a
play
razor.
Scrabble. I use the kind of things you do in a little magazine.
Like Sudoku or something like that?
Yeah, well, I don't do those. I'm not good with math. My math has never been good, but that I do crossword puzzles, and anything that says try your mind out a little bit. And Scrabble is my favorite, and I have a group of people who come to visit me every Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock who play Scrabble with me. And if you want to come, you're always welcome.
Okay, that's marvelous. And what can I ask you about? Let's say, tell us a little bit about Mazatlan. Why have you decided to stay in Mazatlan?
Well, it's a little difficult to describe to anyone who's never been here. But the minute I step off the plane in Mazatlan, I know that I've come home. There is love in the air. People around me are hugging each other, giving each other kisses on the cheek, or saying how wonderful it is to see them again. And I walk out of there knowing that there's love in Mazatlan, and that's what I live for.
What about the weather, though?
Oh, the weather sometimes gets a little bit hot, but there's always air conditioning, and if it gets cold, then you have air conditioning that has a heat pump with it or something, so we survive. The temperature can get pretty high, and about like a 93 in the summertime, and the humidity is what is bad. But you learn to live with these things.